People of Earth, I am Black. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Louis Ehuefo. So in today's video, I am going to be showing you how to do a frontal installation. So I really miss you guys. I know I've not posted a tutorial in a long time. That's because we had an online class. So it's still ongoing just in case you want to register. So I am going to be shade matching, but first let's get the tint. So I'm using the nut tint and I have it in butterscotch, honeysuckle, and brown sugar. So I'm going to get a tissue paper because this is like the easiest way for me to shade match because I get to see the colors clearly. So after spraying this, you're going to place it on the forehead. So you're picking the color that goes with her skin tone, and then sometimes I get to use two tints just to get the person's actual skin tone. So you can see the lace on her skin, it really looks ashy. So I picked the butterscotch because she has a yellow undertone around her hairline. So we're going to let this sit and dry in on its own, no hand dryer, but you can use a fan or you can put it under the sun. So I'm going to tame her hairline just because we want a clean canvas and also don't want to damage her natural hair. So I'll be using this Ebent spray, the spot one, because it dries really fast. I don't really have time, so I can be using all them butterfly shadow. I'm not saying it doesn't hold, but me, I just want it to be quick today. So I'm going to get my edge brush and then brush the hair back and get my dryer. So you're going to be using your dryer in cool air. When I'm installing, the only time I use warm air is when I want to make it tacky before placing the frontal. So that way it's going to help the unit adhere very well. So if you like what you see, and you are new here, hi, my name is Louis Ehuefo. I am a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria, and here on this channel I create hair and lifestyle content. So I also create videos that can elevate you as a person and as a hairstylist. Do check them out and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you'll always be that first very special person to get notified whenever I have a video on here. So I'm going to go ahead and do my bald cap. So I like to stretch the cap first because that way it makes it a little bit flatter on the person's hairline. Because I know a lot of people complain that they don't do the bald cap because after the install, it starts looking bulky or feeling bulky around the hairline. So if you stretch the cap, it's going to be really flat with this kind of technique. So I went ahead to use my Ebent spray because this will just hasten the entire process. So then after that, I'm going to go ahead and use my dryer in cool air. So you dry until it is dry. So I like to press the both sides so that it can lay down flat, because usually I really don't know why that part is stubborn. It never lays down. So I'm going to go ahead and use a powder slightly darker than her skin tone on the both sides because I want to cancel the ashiness. Then I'm going to go ahead and mix some of the shades on top just to, blend and get the actual skin tone. So for the sake of those joining us here for the first time, I'm going to be sharing two main purposes for doing a bald cap. So first, it helps to create a natural scalp illusion. The bald cap method gives the appearance of a clean scalp-like base. It flattens and hides the natural hair, like the cornrows I have here. After the bald cap, it just cements everything and makes that surface very, very smooth. So it just helps the lace blend seamlessly into the skin. This makes the hairline and pattern looks more realistic, especially with a HD frontal or transparently. So secondly, it just protects the natural hair and enhances a better adhesion. So it also helps to create a smooth and even surface for glue to stick better, and it increases the longevity and security of the install. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the excess cap, and then we're going to go ahead and prepare the skin for glue application. So I'm using a clean wipes to just wipe the skin, and then I'm going to go over it with the Love Beauty skin protectant spray. So this just helps protect the wall between the skin and the adhesive. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and get the Love Beauty adhesive and then apply it on the cap. So we're going to try and seal that cap so that way it becomes flat and we're done with the install. So I'm going to spread my glue and then press down with a little pressure so it can just dye into the skin. So after that, I'm going to now do my glue application. So now I am going to do my glue application, and we're going to start from the tail of the brows. So, sorry, what's it called? The arc of the brows. So you can see where the forehead is pointing out from. So why I like to do this technique is because it just helps keep the forehead intact. So you're not bringing the lace too forward to get. So I'm going to make a U using my glue just like this, or N rather, and then I'm going to spread inwardly. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to go over to the other side. So we're going to do the sides. So when I want to, or rather when I am doing the sides, I like to put the glue slightly away from the tail of the brows. I know someone will ask, why didn't I bring it directly on the arc of the brows? Sorry, the tail of the brows. So yeah, that way it's going to make the frontal on that area too wide, and we don't want that. So we're trying to create something more realistic, something lifelike. Do you get? So I'm going to just apply the glue, and you can tell it's clear that I didn't put the glue into the face. Like, I still kept it around where the bald cap stopped. So when you're doing your bald cap, try and move the sides really close to the hairline, so that way you're going to mimic the person's actual hairline. So it might look the same for everybody, but trust me, it is customized for any person, or rather anybody that is wearing it. So that's how my installs are tailored. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same for this other side, and then I'm going to apply some of the glue on the bald cap. Trust me, it's not going to penetrate because this is not the HD ball cap. Please, if you the HD cap. If you're using the HD cap, please try not to put glue on top of it, because it's definitely going to, get to the person's skin or the person's hairline. So I'm going to give it some time to clear, and then I'm going to get my dryer in warm air and then make it tacky, so that way it just helps the unit adhere very well. So I'm going to place the frontal. So we're going to be putting it slightly away from the glue, so that way you have room to customize or to create any type of hairline you want to customize. So for the sides, I'm carefully pulling it forward. So when you're doing this, please try not to stretch the lace, else you're going to end up with a rippled hairline. Then for the ear tabs, I'm going to take it back, so that way we don't end up wasting the frontal. So once I'm done with the side, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side and then tie down so it can adhere. So this is the end of part 1. If you want to see part 2, do let me know in the comments. So I love you all to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next one.